कहाँ जाओगे, कितने सेक्टर करोगे, आप कितने थक जाते हो, आप कितना काम करोगे। अरे बाबा, ये हमारा जॉब है, हमको करना है तो हम करेंगे, और क्या है इसमें।
Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Gina over here and I welcome you to my channel. I'm extremely sorry that I'm very irregular on YouTube, but you know guys, my schedule is also irregular, but today I'm completely free because I have reporting of tomorrow afternoon. I'm completely free and I'm today going to shoot a lot of videos for you guys, so stay tuned for more videos which are upcoming. So by the title you must be knowing which are the worst and best parts of the flying, and this is totally my personal choice. It's what I like the most and what I didn't like at all. So yeah, let's start with the first because in the end I want to keep a best part of it. So yeah, worst is boarding. I hate boarding because if I am R1 or R4C, I have to be in the cabin to assist the passengers, and it is, let me tell you, it is the boring part. Boarding is the most boring part of the flying because each and everyone will ask you about the seats. Though it is written on both the sides, they will ask you on their seat numbers, and though it is written that A, B, C, D, E, F, they will ask which is the seat. D is the aisle or the window, and they most of the time just do opposite of it. Like if they have a window seat, they will sit on the aisle seat, and if they have the aisle seat, they will sit on the window seat, and then the other passenger comes of their seat and then they exchange it. And this is the most delaying part where the boarding is delayed and everything is just mess because passengers are keep on coming and coming. But what if the other passenger has their seat and someone else is sitting on their seat? So it is the worst part. I didn't like it all because once it's the passenger starts coming, they are like, बस जाओ अंदर कुछ भी करो. They will literally do धक्का मुक्की just to sit on their seat. And while landing also by deplaning, it is the worst because as soon as we land they will just stand up. अरे भाई टैक्सी भी हो रहा है, पहुँचने तो दो वहाँ तक, पार्किंग में तक उनको खड़े होना है, उनको बैठे बैठे ओवरहेड बिन खोलना है. अरे भाई क्या अभी जस्ट लैंड हुए, 2 मिनट बैठो तो सही. No, they will open the overhead bins and what not, so we have to keep them sit down on the seats. And while taxiing also, and when the captain says crew disarm all those cross check and report, means we have to just all stand up no matter what, no matter the lights are still off, they do not understand anything, they just going to stand up and take up their bags and everything. But just give us a minute. As soon as we land, the passenger was sitting on 30th and 31st row. यहाँ से खुलेगा क्या, यहाँ से खुलेगा क्या. अरे बाबा आगे का तो खुलने दो तो पीछे पता चलेगा ना. Because once it is a deboarding from the aft, means behind, we have a knock from the outside and it is always a step ladder. But if it is Delhi or Bombay, we usually have aero bridge in the forward, and most of the time when we have aero bridge from the forward exit, we do not have any step ladder from the behind. So it depends that in which station we are. So yes, don't mind, I'm just going to sip on some coffee because the weather is just amazing outside. It is raining heavily outside and the weather is so chilled out. And yes, I'm just relaxing today at home, shooting with you guys, having a sip of the coffee and doing the job which I love. Because yes, the worst part is about the flying is that all that I passengers sometimes irritate us that क्या होगा क्या होगा क्या होगा, and they are also so interested in us.
आप यहाँ से आगे कहाँ जाओगे, कितने सेक्टर करोगे, आप कितने थक जाते हो, आप कितना काम करोगे. अरे बाबा, ये हमारा जॉब है, हमको करना है तो हम करेंगे, और क्या है इसमें.
So yes, they also take interest in our job, that what kind of job we have. Sometimes what happened to me once a time, mother was traveling with her daughter and she wanted her daughter to become an air hostess. So while deplaning, she come in the afternoon was chit-chatting, आपने क्या पढ़ाई की है, कितनी सैलरी मिलती है, कितने टाइम के लिए आप कर रहे हो, आपने कहाँ से किया है, किससे इंटरव्यू दिया. अरे बाबा, ये डिप्लेनिंग हो रहा है, पीछे लाइन लगी हुई है बाहर जाने की और आप मुझसे ऐसे सवाल कर रहे हो. एंड आई कैन डिनाई इट ऑल्सो कि हमने क्या क्या किया है, बट प्लीज़ ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम इतना सब आपको नहीं बता सकते ऑनवर्ड बिकॉज वी आर ऑन ड्यूटी. So yeah, this sort of thing is little bit irritating for us because after doing 3 sectors, 4 sectors, and passengers stands on our head while deplaning and while boarding, because on boarding they just want to sit on the seat and take photos and all, so they're in a huge rush. एंड वाइल डिप्लेनिंग ऑल्सो लाइक जेल से छूटने ऐसे वो लोग भागेंगे, ऐसे वो लोग भागेंगे ना कि वी आर लाइक आने की भी इतनी जल्दी, जाने की भी इतनी जल्दी। एंड अगर पीछे से अगर डिप्लेनिंग नहीं हुआ तो सब गलती हमारी कि हमने दरवाज़ा नहीं खोला। सो यस दे विल टॉर्चर अस, पीछे से क्यों नहीं खोला, हमको तो ऐसा था कि हम पीछे बैठेंगे तो हमको जल्दी जाने को मिलेगा। हमने बोला था आपको पीछे बैठने के लिए, या पीछे बैठोगे तो हम ऐसे आपको जल्दी जाने देंगे। दे विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड इट इस पॉइंट कि हमको बाहर से कुछ बोलेंगे तभी हम उनको जाने देंगे, दैट्स इट। एंड वंस वी इन द गैली ना, गैली में आवाज़ थोड़ी कम आती है कि कौन से बोर्डिंग गेट से कौन से कन्वेयर बेल्ट से दे हैव टू टेक देयर पैकेजेस। सो व्हाट हैपन्स के वो लोग पूरा टोली बना के खड़े रह जाएंगे, हाँ बल्कि पीछे से डिप्लेटिंग होने वाला है जो कि कंफर्म नहीं है। उसी चक्कर में दे विल नॉट हियर द कन्वेयर बेल्ट नंबर एंड वी आर ऑल्सो बिजी इन अवर वर्क, सो वी डिड नॉट ऑल्सो हियर कि कौन से कन्वेयर बेल्ट पे जाना है। एंड देन दे विल आस्क अस,
मैडम बैगेज कहाँ से मिलेगा? मैंने
बोला सर आपने सुना ना कहाँ से मिलेगा, क्योंकि हम तो अपने काम में थे, हमको नहीं पता। ऐसे मुंह बना के फिर जाएंगे, आपका बैगेज, आप ध्यान से सुनो ना, आप फ़ोन पे थे, आप चिट चैट कर रहे थे आगे की पीछे नहीं सुनाई देना इतना कुछ कि कहाँ पे जाना है, कन्वेयर बेल्ट कौन सा है, बट दे आर इन द कैबिन। सो आस्क ना हु हैज़ इट, बिकॉज वी यूजुअली डोंट हियर बिकॉज हमको पता है पीछे से डिपेंड नहीं होने वाला, तो हम इतना ध्यान से सुनते भी नहीं है। सो दिस हैपन्स वाइल डिप्लेनिंग एंड वाइल बोर्डिंग। मतलब भाई हाथ जोड़ लिए, enough, because two person has to be in the cabin, and as I'm a senior now, I have 8 months of flying experience. I mostly become the second senior on board, so yeah, I usually do not do the boarding and deplaning, but yes, I have gone through that phase, so I know how irritating it is, and how we don't like usually boarding and deboarding, else everything is just spam in the flying. And the most important thing is they want to keep the छोटो से छोटो bag में into overhead bin. They do not want to take it with them or keep it another seat. They want everything to be kept apart in the overhead bin, which is not possible there, because what happens, we have 186 passengers on board and we have only 2 overhead bins straight from the forward to the aft. So yeah, everything cannot be placed in the overhead bin. And what happens, we cannot deny them also. If we deny, then sometimes passengers are really very can I say that word, oh I forgot, very cooperative. They understand us कि चलो ठीक है ऊपर जगह नहीं, and keep it under the seat, वो मान जाएंगे। But some of the passengers who are still in overwing exit, they are not allowed to carry any of the baggages with them. And I still remember one lady, she had her छोटू सा bag with her. I tell her, ma'am, it is an emergency exit. You need to keep your bag in the overhead bin for takeoff and landing, else you can have it. She was sitting on the right side, and I had kept her bag straight in the left hand side overhead bin so that she can clearly see it. But she was like,
if anything misplaced from this, if anything happens, this is your responsibility to do it, because this is a cash bag.
I said, ma'am, it is right that you can keep a watch on it and you can take it after takeoff with you also. No, this is a cash bag, it is your responsibility. Hello, we have a lot of work to do on board, and it is not just that your purse is the main thing which we have to focus on, and if anybody is touching it or not. It is your duty to take a look of it. And if I'm telling you it is right, then you can have a look at it. You can take it after takeoff. Then also no, then I had to shift her place so that she didn't get upset, or her purse that no one stole her purse. It was such a poor quality purse, chotu sa purse, purana sa purse. Who is going to take your purse? And she was like, no, she was just a hysteria patient or a passenger. Hysteria means a person who seeks attention a lot. She wants a lot of attention from me, which I gave because she was a passenger, and her concern was right that purse कोई ले नहीं जाए, but cabin पूरा बंद है, कौन लेके जाने वाला है आपका पर्स? So yeah, this was it. Everything was happening just like that only. The best part is takeoff and landing. I just love takeoff and landing, because once you sit on your jump seat and you try your straps and all ready for takeoff, as soon as the captain says, cabin crew, please be seated for takeoff or landing, and I just zoom. Because the feeling every time is so unique and so nice. we are now taking off. We are now taking off, and yes, we can see from the window which is on the door that how beautiful it is. Like in night, Bombay is just love. All the lights you can see Marine Lions Hole when we are taking off from the Bombay at night. Once I was doing Ahmedabad and I just loved the view. I didn't want to stand up from there only because once we are on board for the takeoff, it's just really very nice to see the outlook. And yeah, that's just superb. And while landing also, you will see everything from far, close, and then landing. And it's just nice that we don't know actually what speed we are going through on the 35,000 feet, because every time when in the cockpit I ask them, like every time when I went in the cockpit, what I'm saying, because every time when I go into the cockpit I always ask the captain, what speed we are going. They said like 750 kilometers per hour, 830 kilometers per hour, and we're like, wow, so much speed we have. And when we land, we came to know that what great speed we are at a landing. So yeah, as you fly regularly, you will get to know that at what speed you are landing. Sometimes the captain just slows down a plane at a certain extent that it just slips down. It's just so smooth. And sometimes we are on a so high speed that we know that captain has just just patak diya hai captain ne runway pe. So we can feel the speed while taxiing, just while landing. So that is the best part of takeoff and landing. For the takeoff, it is that we are going on a flight, we are going to make huge amount of money because such and such hours we fly, will get such and such salary. And while landing, we're like, thank God the flight is now over and we are going home, or few sectors are only remaining. So yeah, this were the few points for the takeoff and landing, my best and worst. Because yeah, I shared my personal experience, I shared my personal view that what all I like best and worst, because that is too personal with me, and that is nothing to have with other colleagues or the passengers. This is only my view, that what I feel about it. So yeah, such a nice feeling. Hot coffee and cold atmosphere, so romantic. So yeah, I see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care. And if you are new to my channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and if you want to share my videos, please share with your colleagues, with your someone who wish to come in aviation, because I met some of the people from my airlines only. They were like, आप वीडियोस बनाते ना यूट्यूब पे, मैंने आपका वीडियोस देखा है. I was like, wow, such people motivate me. So if you are someone who is in my airline, sees my video, some of the video only, just if you see me anywhere, just come to me and talk to me. I really like about that people remember me, that what I shoot, what I put, and they also like my content. So yeah, I am looking after it. So if you see me anywhere, like in uniform or in non-uniform or anywhere around in Bombay, please let me know. I see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.